Yo, it's your boy Chop, man. We back here again, dropping another video with another taper, man. Hot taper at that. You know I love these. I think I'm really good at them. I just decided, to do a video on this one. We got a different type of hair texture that I usually do it on. This is my boy J Rock. As you see, we starting off with the back taper. Um, with the one guard on. I got the Gamma guards, man. That's the one I like using on my JRLs. I highly recommend new upcoming barbers, man, to tap into them JRLs. Um, but as you see, we're just with the one guard open and closing, trying to make that transition with all the bulk to be all flat. So now when we do our guidelines and all that stuff, we can be able to see everything and also implement all our steps without actually getting lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Or ever feeling like you're lost. But also, I wanted to be transparent in this moment also because while I was doing this fade, the camera was right right around my chest area, man. It was really hard to see and also get around them areas I need to. But one thing about me, it don't matter. I get it done. Not trying to be cocky or arrogant, but trust me, like that didn't cause any problem. But as you see in different areas, it's a little shabby, but I still get to it, and at the end, you'll see that I make it, stand out to what it needs to be. But right here, I think I had started off with a guideline with the trimmers, and now I had did um, before this. I know I'm a little behind, but before this, I had did second notch open for my lever open. That's the way I do it. And then I actually did lever open all the way to notch it up a little bit so it won't be a hard line. So now when I put the one guard on, it'll smooth into that transition. Also with this hair texture right here, um, jerking on your strokes will cause it to be, not as smooth of a transition. But if you do more pause before I say this, but longer strokes and consistent, soft, not jerky strokes, you know what I'm saying? Like more consistent, long, and them type of strokes, it comes out to be way better and a way better, smoother transition. But 1.5 on this head texture will be your friend, I will tell you that. But I also meant to tell y'all that I don't use a zero guard for all the newcomers. I know most of my past subscribers, they understand that I don't use that at all. Ever since I dropped my first video, I never used a zero guard. It's just something that been helping me out with my transitions and also learning my lever play. And it been also helping me implement different type of blurriness of, different type of fades. You got the ones where you have stretch fades. You got ones where it's all tight. You even got some fades where they leave a line, but it's still faded, and somehow it's kind of it's kind of difficult to explain. But in them type of senses, man, some people like doing those. I know when you uh, come around like more Mexicans or more white people, they like to use more stretch fade sometimes. But I know some Mexicans, I know myself, Mexican barbers, they like to have it tight. Um, but in I guess most black barbers, they really just focus on making it tight because without hair, it grows back real quick, and we want our haircuts to last. You know what I'm saying? Small little things like that can make people go from chair to chair. As far as like, oh, my hair lasts longer when I get a haircut from this person compared to this person. So you want to make sure that them haircuts is lasting. From it depends on your phase though, because some people don't want a lot of baldness or skin showing on their face. So it really depends. It really depends. It really depends on the situation and the person. But if they don't give you no suggestion on what type of fade they want or any insecurity about baldness or skin showing, um, by all means, make sure that haircut lasts. And with some people, they also use the shaver to make sure that incident don't happen. But as you see, after all that maneuvering over the camera, even while it's right on my chest area, which is so uncomfortable, I still made it through. As it still lines, that I see, some things that I'm looking at right now that I could have definitely got out, but I'm hard on myself, and it won't happen next time. I'll tell you that. I think this is like my second time cutting this dude hair. Um, but yeah, going ahead and getting these details with my JRLs. Uh, yep, yep. But also, man, I want to hear more from y'all, man. Make sure y'all tap in, like, and subscribe from this video, man. We're going stupid 2025. I am gonna be able to drop more videos because like, once I told y'all I got my MacBook back, got a camera. I am still working on the lens, but trust me, we are emphasizing more of this YouTube um, this year. Got my Cocos doing the trimming too. You can also use the corner of your Cocos for more more details. Just the same way you use it your clipper. I know some barbers they do a whole fade with just a trimmer, just about just techniques. But people think it's always about steps. It's really not. If you learn certain techniques, you can skip steps. Right here, got the Cocos. They're not hitting like I want them to, but I think I should change my blade in the future. I think it's because I use them in a lot of facial hair and other spots other than lining. But I did take in consideration I don't have the velocity ones or the ones that with the extra RPMs. I just have the regular ones, the ones that they first drop, I guess. Because I know they had a different version. But they said the new ones, the new trimmers that's really going stupid right now is the Stylecrafts. I think with 9,200 RPMs to be correct. But man, I think I had lost footage of the steps with the side taper, but this was the end of it. We're right here doing details. But for me, details is everything for me. I try to get even down to one single hair. If it's a problem, I'm going to get it. But that transition is stupid. Stupid. Yes, sir. Now, also, what I wanted to talk to y'all about, also the thing that I haven't talked about in the last previous videos, is more about looking at the facial features to understand where the temp needs to go and how far it can go, and even how your edge is gonna come out. You got to look where the eyebrows is at, the earlobe is at. That's where you're gonna look at mainly when placing that guideline or even doing some things as far as fades and all that, because that what dictates about how everything is gonna come out, how their face is gonna look, how the whole cut is gonna be brought out afterwards. You know what I'm saying? But you have to look for them features. They will point you to everything when it comes down to the cut. Because most people, they just do steps and cut, and however they look is however they look. They don't worry about it, how a face decline or whatever. But you have to look at them things, because I'm telling you, it changes the whole imagery from the whole outlook of the whole cut, from their eyes and our eyes. But as you see here, I'm going against the grain with a 1.5 because he has curly and straight hair in the same cortex. He had both of them, so you have to be cautious. Just can't do one against the grain or one down. So you have to be really cautious with the hair, because once you cut it, it's over. It's over. As you see, I'm doing details right here with a zero guard. Got the one going down right now, making them hairs even more in unison before I do the edge up. Now I know if y'all can tell right here, it is some hair right here behind the ears that I have to get. I think later on I'm gonna get it, but that showed you right there that small details and small little things like that matter when it comes down to a fade. Because the average person would say that's all right, but nah, them little hairs and that little bulk behind there is a problem. But as you see, I'm doing my edge right now, and I am curious, not really curious, but I am looking back and forth and making sure that every like 3 taps I'm looking and seeing like if it's any error or anything. But as a barber, you have to pay attention with some things because you can get lost while doing edge ups, and you don't want to be able to have a mistake or mess up only because your carelessness of watching your hand or watching the head itself. Look at here, I'm looking again. I know for sure that I'm on point. It's just I don't want to be knowing I'm on point and I'm really not. And that also makes your clients feel more secure, not because they feel like you're finna mess up or you messed up. They just know you don't play about small details, even when it come down to the line. Because if you want to be honest, um, in our culture, the only thing that we worry about is the line. That's it. See, now when you go around to once again, like Mexican barbers or white barbers, it's gonna be styling and phase where they're mainly are aware of. But in our culture, it's that line. It's that line. Right here, I'm using Temptation. My Black Widow was out of sauce. Down here in Alabama, they don't have any stores with Tom 45. So we have to order ours from Amazon. And right here, I'm using a Temptation. With this Temptation, you really have to be really, really strategic when it comes down to using that Temptation, because sometimes it can shoot out way more than you ask, and it sometimes can shoot out way more air than you ask because it's full of nitrogen or whatever, helium, whatever you want to call it, whatever one of them elements is in the periodic table that they using. They use it in this can, and it doesn't come out consistently sometimes. So you have to watch out and understand, like, way before you spray it, that it can mess up. And once it's on, it's hard to get off. So, but once again, we going in with the fibers. We making sure that that shininess when that Temptation comes, that it basically makes it more, I guess, natural. Let look at it. It makes it look like hair. Once again, we still have that back of the ear part on this side that I still have to go back and fix. But that's crispy right there, y'all. That's crispy. Once again, on this right side, I'm doing details. After I spray Temptation, once again, Temptation can knock off your fade sometimes. Because some people, they even spray the Temptation on their fades to make their fades look more fuller. Guys, from me, don't do that. Don't do that. Let your fade be the fade, and let your enhancements be the enhancements. Now, from this angle, it looks like that right side is leaning. But in this next angle, I will show you that it's not, because yep. So right here, man, I'm detailing some of this lineup, man, as far as where the Temptation is at, and I wanted to be I wanted to also, no, I'm tripping. I meant to say that. I'm trying to show y'all where you see that right side is leaning. It look like it's leaning. The illusion of it look like it's leaning. But I'm gonna show you in this next angle how it's totally like straight on. But some people's bone structure in their forehead can give off that illusion. And as you see, man, that fade is stupid. We still have some detailing we need to do around that ear. As you can see, it's too dark around that ear. And it is a little curly bulk right there above it too also. But right now we just dove in trying to smear that chalk line out, man. And My one of my techniques is that I spray a little bit of Cool Care on it to get that smear way more easier. Because sometimes chalk does not smear like you need to, as far as when you hold and spray on different people's skin. Some people's skin is naturally oily. Some people's skin is just extremely dry, which makes that chalk stay on. Like even if you use a razor with that person, that chalk just stays there, and it just looked like somebody just went to Crayola factory and just smeared like the crayon all over your face, man. You don't want that. You want the illusion to look way sharp. You want it to look as natural as possible. Even though these are enhancements, you want them to look natural as possible. Now it is some people who do. We call it light mayo, but it's some people who do light mayo where it's like extra careful enhancement. It's like extremely light, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But the way you carry your business and what you sell your business as is also the type of clients that are gonna come your way. If you have people who specialize in extra natural or extra, you know, clean and razor type of stuff, you're gonna get them people that care about razoring and very, very just natural haircuts. Now I am a natural barber. I do that, but most of my clients they want the whole shebang, the whole, that sauce, that teriyaki sauce. All my clients want that. They're all young, and I ain't gonna lie, enhancements is something that I'm really, really, really good at. It took me a long journey to get to that point, but that's what I'm good at, and my clients see that, and my customers see that I'm good at that. So they're the ones who's coming to my chair because obviously, if you're good at something that they also like, and that's something that they want to get into, they need to go to the right person. So right here, I'm using my sabers with the gold blade that I put on there. Man, I love my sabers. I bought them, I think back in 2023. Man, I love them. Ever since I had them, I love them. And you can charge them up with a C-type charger, even if you don't want to use like the station charger. And that's I think that's really beneficial for when you have a house call, like more of a house call type thing. You just bring your iPhone charger, or you can charge up your clippers like that. But here comes this next angle where I was showing you that it's not really crooked on that line, because most people in that angle you probably think it is. But as you see right here, man, it's straight. It's straight. Like I told you, you can even see the bone in his forehead on that right side. It's a little more, you know, poking out than the other side. Most people don't even notice about themselves, but this is one that, you have to watch out for. And even if you pay attention, the right side of his fro has way more hair or volume of hair compared to the left side. Now there also is one error I had with my enhancements. If you look hard enough on the right side, it's a little bit too much. Just a tad bit too much on that top right corner, fading down into the vertical bar. But it still blends, but it's still an error that, me being hard on myself and me also being very, I guess, precise with my enhancements and working about being really strict on my details, that I noticed amongst the years of me cutting hair. That's something that I take very, very serious. It's the details and enhancements, the details and cuts, the details and everything. But as you see, look at that chalk line, how it's, distributed across the whole line, and it's straight and crispy. I mean, I'm tripping, bro. I'm stuttering all of my words today. But it's crispy, like all the way around. That chalk is not strong in other places than others. It's all in the exact same. This man is crispy, bro. Now these right here, these trimmers I had them for about what? I had these trimmers, I think about 4 years. a long time, man. That motor's still good, bro. I actually use these on edge ups too, even though sometimes I use my Cocos. These are my next ones up. And but I do have the snapback fixes, man. I really haven't been using them at all, except for like guidelines. But I need to get back into using them, man. Them was the one I love using too. But we're taking the Andes for facial hair. These are actually trimmers that I use for kids. With somebody with just a goatee and with this type of hair texture, you got to understand irritation can come for sure. For especially them being, brighter too, that irritation can show up on his clients. And for all means, you do not want that to show up. You have people watching you. You have people that's gonna be looking around at this haircut all day long and trying to find little niches and little pieces of all different type of stuff with a haircut where they want to tear that person down from how that person cut your hair. All just because somebody's gonna hate. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. Don't give them a reason to hate. Don't give them a reason to say anything. So even just a little bit thing of just irritation on the skin, don't let them have that at all. Bumps and all. That's why I use my what is it little oil that my mentor came up with. Mr. Stefano, man, came up with some oil that I use for my clients that I use on the sides of the temp or on the sides of the head or under their chin and in the back of their neck for upcoming bumps that could happen from just how black people hair grows. It curls up before it come out, which causes ingrown hairs and bumps. But right here I did make a video on my boy being from Saudi Arabia. I can't lie. What is his name? Osama bin Laden. Oh man, but this is very important though too. Also, with the mustache, man, the haircut don't even come out to be how it needs to be until that mustache is lined up. But as you see, my boy is crispy, crispito. Yes, sir. But then we put the shavers on the sides of the fade. He also has some hairs all around his cheeks and stuff. Pause. But on his face, and we definitely gonna get all that out, man. He also has some on the bottom too. My boy growing up, man. He down there finna get the beard. Let me chill out. But nah, man. As you see, man, the end product is crazy. It's just crazy. My boy is chopped. Yes, sir. This is also a UV shaver from Babyliss Pro. Everybody been telling me I need to look into the Andes. I probably will for sure later on. Yes, sir. Them Babyliss, man. Man, tell me what y'all think about, like, the new wall. What are your wall vapors, I think? The new walls that came out, man. I heard they loud. I heard they loud in the mud. I like my clippers to be quiet and stuff, man. Sometimes them loud clippers, man, be scaring kids and stuff. Yeah, man. I'm really disappointed on the fact I have to order my supplies, man. That's why I got to be glued. I wish I could have bought the level, but we in Alabama, like I said, man. But here's the end product, man. We hit my boy with that alcohol, the spice bomb as far as what my boy Sly Honcho said. But this is the end product, bro. I am in Decatur, Alabama, Huntsville area. I'll tap in and right down the road. But this is it. Appreciate y'all. Show love.